ready?
Yeah, sir.
All right. What's the word? Welcome back to the 73 and 11 breakdown, where we break down everything Knicks and Mavs from a non-biased fan perspective. I'm your Knicks host, Rob. To my left, we got our Mavs co-host, Jay Dollars. What's
Yes,
the
sir,
word,
yes,
Jay?
Sir, yes, sir. What's happening?
Chilling, man.
It's a good day.
Is it?
Yeah, it is.
It's always a good day.
Yeah.
Nah, but talk to me. What's good? What's a good day, man?
Hoops is back.
Oh, yeah.
We
That's
didn't have to
day.
wait too long. Hoops is back.
I mean, but thanks to us, we had hoops not too long ago, you know.
Hoops is back.
How was your week, though?
Week was smooth. It actually went by mad fast.
Yeah.
I don't even remember really doing much of anything besides work. Yesterday I had a nice little day. It was, the 4th, so we was outside.
Yeah, I hear that. Yeah, I didn't do much yesterday. We kind of just barbecued at the crib, like just a few of us, had a couple glizzies and all that. So,
Yeah.
Hey, I partake, man. But yeah, man, a lot went on this week in the NBA community. Obviously, since our last show, we had some stuff we talked about that same day changed around. We had some trades, some signings. So I'll just jump into it with the Knicks. We lost Mitchell Robinson. That was huge. Obviously as a fan, you hate to see him go. He was the longest tenured Knick. 8 years. He was kind of our workhorse. His last big play with the Knicks was an offensive rebound that kind of sealed the championship for us. So, it hurt to see him go, and to go to the Celtics was nasty. I was below. I had some resentment at first, but then also I understand the business, and I understand, like, it is what it is. Like, that's where you wanted to be. Obviously, we couldn't give you the bread. I've been through it all as a Knicks fan, so I seen us trade Sprewell for Keith Van Horn. You feel me? So I know, like, fan favorites could easily get up out of here.
Yeah. That's a tough loss. Being that he was the longest tenured Knick, I drafted him, and it's I said it last time. Go get your bread. But I told you, I said, that's all you wanted? Granted, y'all didn't have the bread, but to go to the ops is
nasty work.
Crazy. Any other team, bro. Like, I thought he was going to go to LA, but to go to Boston, it's like, as a New Yorker, there's a long-lasting feud. We hate Boston.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Boston hates us. And to do that, it's like, bro, you're mad corny, because we don't like it.
Yeah. But it's belt either way, so I'm not even tripping.
Yeah.
Like, all right, you go there. They was getting belt before you. They gonna get belt after you. We built the team realistically to beat Boston and their wings. Obviously, that changed. We'll talk about that a little later in the show.
Mm-hmm.
But we still equipped it to whoop on them. So I'm not even tripping. Mitchell Robinson is a huge hit. I know today he kind of talked about everything with his hand and what went wrong with that. And, he said he had some family issues and things like that. He ended up hitting his truck. But, it is what it is. He got it done. He got, like I said, one of the biggest plays of Game 5 specifically was that offensive rebound to seal everything. So, go ahead. Go to the Celtics. Take this belt.
Yeah, there was nothing wrong with what you did, just where you went.
Yeah,
like,
that's a fact.
Majority of the fans didn't expect you to go back anyway, but
we kind of knew what it was.
Yeah, you deserved money, and it's just like, damn, Boston, like, really? But
the good thing is, we got an opportunity to sign Andre Drummond. I wasn't too. I don't really have a opinion on it because I know what he brings. He
Yeah,
brings kind of very similar to what Mitch Robinson brings when it comes to offensive rebounding. Offensively, they're not going to give you much. Andre Drummond lately been able to spread the floor a little bit as far as knocking out some threes. I don't think in our system we'll have him do that. It's really no need for him to. But
yeah,
if he can, go ahead, be
and
my guest. And he's gonna make. He got better with his free throws. He's still not a good free throw shooter, but he was kind of the opposite of Mitch. How Mitch came in, um, he came in shooting a higher percentage and got worse as time went on. Andre
yeah,
Drummond came in pretty much as bad as Mitch is now, and now he's up to like high 50s, low
yeah,
60s, maybe even he might be high 60s, but he got better. So you could do a hack of Drummond if that's what they want to call it, but he'll make a little bit more than Mitch.
yeah,
So, but I don't think that's our big backup big
and
that we're going to get. I think we'll probably make a trade where we'll probably move Deuce or Dadier or hopefully not Tyler Kolek. Those will be the three pieces that will bring us in what
most
we
likely
need.
will get shipped. Yeah,
But I still think either by end of summer we'll make a another trade for a big, or as we go into the deadline, we'll probably bring in that third big.
yeah, and I called it. You know, y'all don't know, but as soon as he signed, we talked. So it's hard to not talk hoops throughout the week because I want to save a lot of it for the show. But I said, like, if you lose Mitch, you can go get someone like Andre, who's gonna not as effective on the offensive glass, but still a hell of an offensive rebounder. And now you don't need he don't need touches,
Yeah,
and he's just
exactly.
gonna clean up whatever. And it literally happened. He didn't wait, and they got one. And I think he is a good third string. He's a great third string center where you can bring someone to come off the bench for Cat, and like you said, he can spread the floor a little bit. He's been shooting more threes, but
Yeah,
on that offensive glass, he's strong and
facts.
he's a pro. He's been doing this for a long time, and he's one of those guys that build it, buy into
Hmm.
whatever the program is selling. So I think that's a great pickup.
Yeah, and he's a hometown kid, so he might come. You know, when you play for
Yeah,
your hometown team, sometimes you play with a little more energy. It's not as much pressure to come in with them winning the chip. Guys coming in now don't feel like they got to be the one to bring the chip back to the crib. Like,
yeah,
so him being a Mount Vernon guy, he might come with a little bit more energy. He don't got many years on his career left. I don't think so, at least. So you want to go out with a bang and coming in to a team that's looking to repeat. If all you really got to do is rebound and you sacrifice some of your offense and just come in and offensive rebound, finish possessions with a rebound. He's not as good as a defender as Mitch, but with our wings, sometimes you can all you really got to do on that back line is contest.
yeah.
So if he can
And
do that,
he's
I
not
think
the lob threat he used to be, but I'm sure it's still hard to get around him on them screens. So
now the only
give it,
thing that I think about with Drummond is obviously I seen him. He was around our same age group, so I seen him when we was in high school, things like that. Excuse me. And what makes me think is Drummond is when we played him when he was on the Bulls a couple years ago, and Torrey Craig tried to throw it off glass, and
yo, that's it.
Drummond thought he was gonna get the lob, hurt Torrey Craig, and it was nasty. I
But
think
I
he hurt himself too. It got nasty,
but I
and it was
think
against us.
he wasn't the most mature. You know, I find him
That
like
was 2 years
the
ago.
fun. No, but I'm saying like coming in to the league, he wasn't the most mature. He was always like the fun kind of
Facts.
guy, and I think you need those kind of plays to realize. Let me dial it
Yeah, let me calm
back.
down.
Yeah,
Let me
let me
relax.
yeah, because I'm doing too much, and I think his time in Philly, he's like, all right, let me be serious because they
Yeah,
need me because Embiid's never
yeah.
playing. So hopefully he come here and like these just won the chip. They got their sauce. They know what to do. Let me just add value and not try to do game breakers.
But yeah, I seen y'all were very active also. So kind of talk to
Yes,
me a little bit about
sir.
what y'all did.
I mean, for all the Mavs fans, I think there's a little stench where it's like, oh, we're not doing nothing. We're not doing nothing. It's like it was day 1, day 2 of free agency. Like, I don't expect us to swing big on every single piece.
Yeah.
And take your time. We got draft assets this year. We gotta see what's what. And everybody wants PJ, Gaff, or like just the guys traded to get like either more picks or a Trey Murphy or something. And that didn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm okay with that. Our first move, we go and get Marcus Sasser, which everybody was also saying we need playmaking or a point guard that can, swing the pill. He's not really much of the playmaker, and he is a little on the smaller side, but he can shoot, and that's one of the things that we need. So, I always praise the smaller guys. We got heart, and he's very scrappy on defense. He can be the point of attack for the defense if need be, if we don't see anything in that lineup yet. But I think he's a great get for, I'm assuming it's gonna be nothing dished out because we don't have all the details yet. It's not finalized, but we can just absorb his contract and we don't have to give him anything.
Right.
So I think that is a great get because we need shooting. And if we have John Poulikitis, is like, yeah, but there's nothing wrong with more shooting.
Exactly. And we talked about that too, but whether y'all was going to bring in another guard or someone that can knock it down. So that kind of, it does fill that void a little bit. I like to pick up, hopefully when it's finalized. Goddamn. Hopefully when it's finalized, we, get to see all the details and stuff like that. But I like to pick up. I think it's great. You think he'll start, come off the bench?
Nah, he's not going to start.
Yeah.
He'll definitely, I think, just thinking, because the relationship or the chemistry between Coop and Nemi is there. But I can see him coming in before him because he has a little more experience and he can defend.
Right.
He can defend those guards that we're going to probably lack in our starting five.
Okay.
So I think he can come off and then they might come at the same time, because Nemi can orchestrate the offense. He's that guy, and he can shoot and defend. So I don't think he'll start. And depending on how who's actually going to be with the team on day one, I think is going to shift because I think damn, how I forget his name already. Sergio De La Rey probably will have that in the bag.
Okay. All right. I like it.
And
what other moves y'all made? I think there was some other things.
Yeah, it got real slow after the Sasser details, but they went in and did something that nobody really expected. And we went and got Santi Aldama. And the rights to this came out later, but I forget his name. Tariq, but I'm not even gonna try to slaughter your last name, but
let's see if I can say it.
Biberovic or something like that.
Biberovic.
Yeah. So I mean, at first we only saw the Santi, and it was like a what? But I liked him for Memphis. He big man, stretch the floor. He can really shoot, and he can put it on the floor a little bit. And I really measure the guys when they come and play us.
Right.
And he be serving up. So I think that's a great get. We don't give up much. We gave up a first round that's top 20 protected. So that's really a second round pick. And so really 3 or 4 picks, I think it was. But I think it's a desperate need because it also adds shooting. That clears the paint for Coop to really go attack, for Kai to go attack, and when you have, let's just say, like Santi, Clay, and PJ out there in the corners getting wide open shots, I think that's good.
Right.
And he adds size. He's not crazy defensive, but when you're a footer,
Yeah.
you can add a little value to that end of the floor. So I think it was a great pickup. Again, we didn't lose anything. I don't really put too much stock into draft picks. We don't know what they're gonna look like.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So if you can hoop, we don't give up that. Especially if it's a top 20 protected, like that's nothing.
Yeah.
So I think it also opens the floor to trade Gaff for less than expected, because we might not get those first or whatever we're really looking for to get off of his contract. But Santi can stay on the floor and he can shoot. That's great. And that also puts a lot of stock in D Live.
Mm-hmm.
He's our big of the future, and hopefully when he comes back healthy, we'll have a nice little front court. And Santi can do more than just shoot. He put it on the floor, so not much ball handling that needs to be matched. But I think it's a great pickup. And
Okay. I like it. I think it'll help y'all going in the right direction. Obviously, like you said, give you size, stretch the floor. He played well against y'all. A lot of teams like getting people that play well against them, because you get to see it firsthand. But I think great pickup. I think it's a step in the right direction for y'all. So I'm looking forward to see what y'all do the rest of the offseason. Now, obviously, you missed out on two main pieces that we spoke about in prior episodes. So Anthony Simons and Quentin Grimes, they took deals and went elsewhere. What's your thoughts on that, and what kind of backup pieces do you think could step in and you could sign them and kind of so they could do what they do?
Yeah, I look at those signings and I wonder, like, what's the deciding factor?
Mm-hmm.
Because Quentin went for a lot less than he wanted, and we had the money.
Yeah.
But I think fit really comes down to it, and I thought he was a great fit, but he probably is like, I get to play with Luka. My role in Philly can still apply in LA.
He played with Luka before, because he was with him before the trade, so he probably finally get that back.
So I think that's cool for him. He gets a real scoring role off the bench, which I think he would have had here, but that's okay. We're not really missing out crazy. It was just, I think he would have been a nice fit.
Right.
And he probably would have had a lesser role, but it's cool. And then Anthony, my dang, I think that one more, because he would have been a crazy spark off the bench.
Yeah.
But he felt his role was better suited over in Philly, so not too mad that we didn't get those guys, especially when we have people overseas that look really good.
Mm-hmm.
And if they can come over and play now, it's great. Like, we don't need the QGs and the Anthonys if we got guys that are stored away.
So let me ask you this. Off the top of your head, do you know what Gaffer's contract looked like?
I think it's 17 for the next 2 with an option. But yeah, I'm pretty sure he makes 17 million.
17
this upcoming season.
What would you want back for him? Like shooting, probably.
Oof.
Because y'all brought in its size.
Yeah, looking at, I want Peyton Watson. Now I'm like, I'm hoping that they can get a little trade with Denver. If it's a sign and trade, get Peyton.
Well, I got my GM hat on right now. Would you want a 43% 3-point shooter, knockdown champion.
I mean, why not?
Deuce McBride.
No.
Oh, no to Deuce?
No to Deuce.
That's
no disrespect.
crazy.
No disrespect to Deuce. Just not. He don't fit.
How?
Because
43% fits on anything.
no, that's true. But see, y'all don't know. We always try to take away from each other's teams.
But we literally, that trade fits both voids. We need a back. We need another big.
They took enough. They got JV for bus.
We didn't take JB. Y'all didn't want him back.
Rick, y'all know y'all was cheating.
Y'all didn't even want him.
Y'all was talking before.
How long did y'all have to offer him bread?
Bullshit. That's bullshit.
He wanted less than he wanted less. And y'all
we fumbled for sure.
So how are you gonna say we?
Because Rick was playing Tim Senior games, talking behind.
But what
our
does that
back.
have to do with y'all not giving him the initial bread that he wanted? If you did that, none of this even happens. And all he wanted was what? He wanted like 4 years, 50, 55 or something like that.
I'm not saying.
So then don't say that we pulled no strings behind the door.
He did.
No, we didn't.
Rick
That couldn't have happened if y'all gave him the bread that he asked for.
Now, mistakes definitely were made.
So then, Deuce.
Both
Deuce
points.
for Gafford.
Nah,
the money doesn't add up anyway.
Yeah,
so.
I think Deuce is great. I just think what we just drafted.
Tyler Kolek.
No, because of what we just drafted, I think the guard play. We're gonna try to see what these guys can do.
None of them better than Deuce. Or going to be.
Oh, I don't know about that. Because Sergio is a great. He can shoot it.
Is he a champion?
And they just won. So
you rather EuroLeague champion or NBA champion?
At his age, I mean,
Deuce is young.
But I'm saying, but Sergio's younger.
Deuce is like 25 years old.
When Luka was over there, and he was the champ, would you have rather had Luka or Deuce?
Luka is a. That's not even the same.
We don't know.
Bro.
We don't know what he's gonna be.
We know he ain't gonna be Luka.
He could be Luka 2.0.
He's not gonna be Luka, bro.
He could be 2.0. But anyway, I think
he just shot down my GMism.
I think we definitely need the shooting, but
not 43%.
Not from. No, we do love the 43%. I just think he won't be a great fit for what we trying to do. If we get rid of he
defends and knocks down threes.
Yeah, but I'm thinking more of a actual wing, a little taller.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Bigger guys.
Yeah, no, I know, but I'm saying like someone like a Peyton Watson. Nah, if we didn't have Marcus Sasser, he would have definitely been a guy to go and get. But also, it depends on what we have to give up.
Yeah,
because I don't think Gaff gets it done. He be hurt. Yeah, he was
for Deuce.
Swinging them picks, but yeah. So
we're not gonna ask for that. It's just 1-on-1 swap. But like I said, the money don't add up. If it did, first of all, I love Deuce. I wouldn't want to give Deuce up. But if that's the only thing that we have, can give up for a big, it makes sense. You do it, but that way it's not gonna happen.
But if it was, I might be rolling because we can do that, and then we can re-sign Moose. So I'm rolling.
Oh, now you rolling. Now that I took it off the board. Now that I'm shipping him somewhere else.
Because I was
going to Charlotte. I was going to talk buddy from Charlotte now because you messing around.
Oh, go ahead. I was going to talk in a little bit about how I do think Gaff is gone because we still need to sign Moose.
Right.
So getting off of his contract would help sign him.
Okay.
And I think he definitely is a big of the future. He's crazy athletic, crazy motor, and he hustle. He like a... I'm not gonna say that.
No, I like this. We might have to add this segment on. We get one of our partners to sponsor a GM segment.
Yeah.
Let's GM our teams and trade in between teams and see how we can be contenders. For our next segment, we got Pros versus Joes, brought to you by Elevator Sports. So today we got a fun one. Obviously, around the NBA right now, a lot of the top guys are coming from, some of those later 2010 classes, with 2018 being a heavyweight. So we're gonna do a redraft, or we're just gonna do the top 10. I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do my redraft. Jay's gonna do his, and we're gonna, hopefully you guys interact with it. We want to see what you guys think. But I'm gonna let Jay start it off. Let's hear your 2018 redraft.
Whew. I think I should premise this. It's my opinion, and what
we don't even need no disclaimers.
So I don't want y'all saying.
Just say I said what I said.
Oh no, I'm for sure gonna say what I say, but I don't want to hear no. Oh, but it SMD. I don't care. So number one, obvious. Oh shit, that boy right there. I think Luka goes number one again and again and again. No shade to nobody, but two, obviously, Mr. MVP Shea, dog. Three, I think it's obvious too, JB, of course. I think he has the most value in this redraft because he's the only second rounder that deserves to be here and is better than damn near everybody that got drafted before him. Then I gotta go my guy Ice Tray. I know it sucks. You gotta, roll the dice and shit, but I think he still is up there in his class, even though, it's been looking a little, but he showed that he can get his team once far in the playoffs and never again, but he did it.
You just discredited everything he did.
Nah,
just put him at 4, bro, and let him live, bro. You had to shoot him down.
I fuck with
for
Trey.
A Knicks fan to say that, just let him live.
I fuck with Trey, but it's what happened. That's why I put him there
once.
And then fifth, I think Mikal. I think he's high on this list because he can play legit every single game. He's a two-way. We see him as a number one option. I think his stock is really high compared to his other counterparts as well. I think this is where it gets a little
shaky.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know.
It's probably where ours is gonna get crazy too.
But I think Michael Porter Jr. Yeah, I think him. I don't think he should have fell as far as he did when he got drafted. But the back is a crazy injury to gamble on. Mm-hmm. But I think it helps him. This redraft helps him because he got to play with some great players and be a complimentary piece. And then we see him be the guy and show, okay, he can really score. Holes in his game, but he's up there. I don't like this one. Jaren Jackson Jr. is the next one. He could be higher. Mm-hmm. DPOY helps, but you don't get boards, bro. And one thing I hate is big that don't get boards.
You can't stand that.
So yeah, you really should be lower, but DPOY helps. And then with it 27 days, 27 nights. Miles Bridges. I like him in Charlotte. I think he was a great complimentary piece to Melo. He's exciting. He can jump out the gym. And he's versatile, mm-hmm. But yeah, move on. He should be higher, but you did some funky shit. Mitch Robb.
Oh, this man.
I think stats don't tell the story for him, but the eye test, when you're on the floor, you change defenses.
Yeah.
And you're the best rebounder they're in the league, mm-hmm. Really. Like, insane. And then stats don't show it for this guy because he's a 2010 guy, but after Phoenix, it just really looked bad for him was Ayton. I think if he stayed in Phoenix and got to play with a real point guard and D Book, I think his career would look a lot different than it does now. But I'm not gonna violate you and put you out the top 10. Like, you still deserve to be there. It's just I think everybody else has real legit reasons to go before him. That's not just stats.
That was number 10?
Yeah, that was 10.
I don't hate it. I see what kind of GM you are. We're a little bit different when it comes to certain players. Obviously, the top 4, top 5, most of that's not going to change on mine. But I think you'll see later in my top 10 where we value some things a little differently, and I'll explain that a little bit more. So, the top actually does change because I actually put SGA 1. I got SGA at 1. I do think it's a toss up because him or Luka could have went 1, but for sure. I'm going with the 2-time MVP, won a chip. Teams obviously are better. He had a better team than Luka most of those times, but I got to go with what I see. He put a little bit more effort on the defensive end than Luka, so that's why I'm gonna go with SGA. I really wanted to put Brunson 1. But I talked myself out of it. I thought, I talked myself out of it. But 2, I went Luka. I did go Luka. As much as I wanted to put Brunson 1, I couldn't put him 1 or 2. I had to step back and like relax, Rob. You're doing too much.
All my Luka narratives are out the window now. Like I don't fight for him like I used to fight for him. It's just it is what it is.
So 2, I went Luka. You can't pass up on what he's done since he's been in the league. His rookie of the year campaign was crazy, which is why Trey didn't get it. Being able to lead a team to the finals, he did that. MVP, he should have had at least one by now with some of the seasons he had, but he's kind of one of those people that's falling through the crack, and I hope he doesn't go his whole career without an MVP because that looks like it's realistic, it can happen. Because these years that he's having, there's always one person that either has a year just as good as him or it's their first good year. So they go to hype them up. Like a Cade Cunningham. He could have a better year than Cade Cunningham next year. But if Cade plays anything like he did this year and Detroit's having success, they're going to want to give Cade that MVP. So that's kind of what's happening to Luka. He's fallen in a place where he's done it so long, kind of like the Giannis Brown effect, where you do this every year, so we're really not going to praise you averaging 35, 35 and 11 or whatever you average this year. So
snapped.
So I'm gonna go with 2 for him. I'm going Brunson at 3. Obviously, coming out the second round for him to get all the way up to 3, that says a lot about what he's done with his time in the league. It seems short because he split time now. 4 years with the Mavs, 4 years with the Knicks. Obviously, the Knicks being more of the All-Star, All-NBA side of things. But he proved that he can play with other superstars when it comes to Luka, other All-Stars when it comes to All-NBA guys and things like that. And for him to get a chip this year, I laugh because people keep saying he got 7 trophies this year, which he did. But they're adding like the little All-Star shooting stars. I'm adding it. He got 7 trophies this year. I'm gonna count them out for you, just in case you don't know what they are for the fans. Also, All-Star shooting star, Cup championship, Cup MVP, Eastern Conference championship, Eastern Conference MVP, NBA champion, Finals MVP. You can't pass up on 7. Matter of fact, I might put him on. I think. Nah, I ain't gonna do it.
I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you.
Nah, I'm gonna leave him at 3. For all jokes aside, he goes 3.
He definitely has the most rising stock out of all the guys.
He definitely rose up the pause. He definitely for 4. I'm gonna go with Trey.
Okay, Ice Tray.
I'm going with Ice Tray at 4. This is the one where a lot of people will argue, which is I don't get it, but when you go numbers, whatever. A lot of people will still say Trey over Brunson, and I have seen that argument. Poverty franchises. If you don't want your team to win, go
I
get a
mean,
Trey, which is fine with me.
they're gonna bring up all the accolades that you were just named out, but he don't have them. But the All NBAs.
I
I
don't
mean
think
the
he.
All Star. I meant All Star.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because he
nah,
probably don't got
definitely.
more NBA All NBAs than
Nah,
Brunson. Brunson
I
got
don't.
3 now.
Yeah.
So
So, and I think it's just because how quick it happened. Like
yeah.
him and Luka were second year,
Hmm.
like everything.
All time though with Trey Young, I want to say, I think he's top 3 all time with like assists per game, like averaging. That's kind of
Yeah,
fire.
that's
Obviously,
tough.
as he gets later in his career and he hits some of those, towards the end of his career, that number would drop a little bit. But for him to be going into year 9 and be top 3 or whatever it is all time in assists per game, not total
Yeah.
assists, like that's fire. So he's at 4 for me. We were consistent with this. I went Mikal at 5. I had him over Jaren Jackson, despite Jaren Jackson having the Defensive Player of the Year, just because I see Mikal get first team all defense, which means he's capable of that. And then I also seen him do it at the highest level. He won games for the
Yeah.
Knicks last year, kind of wrapping up the Celtics series. This year, obviously he had those first couple games against Atlanta that was shaky, but the rest of the playoffs, he showed that he could show up in big moments, whether it was shoot
Hmm.
60% for 3 series straight, get to the finals, be able to switch on the other guards, making it tough. So I got him either way. I got him at 5. Jaren Jackson, I got him at 6. I'm not a big fan of Jaren Jackson's, but the Defensive Player of the Year. Why you laughing?
I'm not a big fan of you.
I'm not. I'm really not. But
Yeah.
if I'm redrafting and I got the 6th pick, I'm not going to take none of these other guys over him probably. Um, but we're going to skip past him because I really don't care for his game too much. I went Michael Porter at 7.
Okay.
Yeah, I went Michael Porter at 7. I do. I am a. I am a guy that loves scoring. So when I see somebody like that, I could build around a scorer. I know how to build around a scorer. So if I get the 7th pick, I can make it work. Now, well, actually, I ain't gonna say you're not a winner. He won. I'm just saying, think of him in Brooklyn now, but he's won at the highest level, being a champion. Yeah, that's him. 8, I'm going with Mitch Rob. Mitch Rob, obviously, like you said, the numbers really doesn't show with him, but his impact with like plus minus, and when he gets in the game, you kind of see everything shift around, which is why you see um, the Celtics go hack a Mitch. Is why you see some of these teams like, yo, let's get him out the game because he's
Yeah.
doing too much. He's switching 1 through 5. He's deflecting passes. He's blocking shots at the rim. The Spurs, he's pushing Wemby out the paint. He's making it tough. So Mitch Rob, which is why I got him over DeAndre Ayton, who is number 9 on my
Yeah.
list.
So,
DeAndre Ayton is a little bit more
before you say
talented.
that, that's legit the only reason he's not where Jaren Jackson is because he has that DPOY. Because
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't like him either. I'm
And the thing with
not.
Mitch, people don't realize if Mitch could stay healthy and could play a full season, he would win Defensive Player of the Year. Well, with Wemby now, it's kind of crazy. But before Wemby came to the lead, he
Yeah.
would have had at least one, or he would have been on some first team defenses. Because I don't know if you remember, it was the last year that they had with Julius when Julius got hurt against the Heat. Prior to that, Mitch Robinson started the year and he like broke the record for like rebounds per minute, like
Mm,
offensive rebounds per game. He was like blowing it out the water and he wasn't showing signs of slowing down. So like it was just he can't stay healthy. He had them ankle injuries. So the Knicks had to start putting him on that restriction and load
yeah.
manage and stuff like that, which is I don't think the Celtics understand how to manage him. So I don't think they're going to get the same Mitch Rob that the Knicks had. And if they do, he's going to be on limited minutes, and they don't have a big to combat that like we did with Cat. So
Yeah.
that's another story. But like I said, to DeAndre Ayton, I got him at 9. Um, Kind of like Jaren Jackson, not a fan of him. He's super talented. He's not a dog to me, and I'm somebody that I don't really like players that don't got dog in them. So that's him. And 10, I kind of went in a different route than you. I went with because this is a redraft from what I've seen.
Yeah.
I went with Dante DiVincenzo over Miles Bridges. Now, this is, in my head, this is him not having an injury. Obviously, he had the injury.
Yeah.
But Dante showed that he's a winner. He's won in college. He's won a chip in the NBA. Obviously, he didn't play with that Milwaukee team, but he won the chip with them. He was on, he wasn't on the Warriors team that won it.
Nah.
Yeah, he was on the Warriors team that won it. But he's played winning basketball everywhere that he's been.
Yeah.
And even watching him with the Knicks, there was games, he was our second option. People don't realize that when everybody got hurt, he was our second option. And even the game where Brunson broke his hand in Game 7, Dante had like 39. We got smoked in that Game 7 because everyone got hurt. But Dante was not trying to let us lose.
Yeah, he was hooping. And shit, you got traded for one of the best bigs in the league. So
yeah, so
you know you're doing something right.
No shade to Miles Bridges, because I do like his game. I just don't know how much of a winning basketball he plays so far. So I'm going with that over the talent and stuff like that. Dante shoots it better than him. Dante's not unathletic. He's as athletic as he's gonna be.
That's what I think. That's why I put him up there. Like, realistically, he should be 10, but I have to factor in like Mitch not.
This is super duper left field. So I just said the whole athletic thing.
Oh,
but what you think of what Stephen A said? He's out of pocket for that.
Yo,
low key.
No, not low
no,
key.
High key. He's definitely
key,
out of pocket
bro.
for that.
And I see people like, oh, because Teague and them said something about it. And it was like, he's tripping. And then people were like, oh, nah, y'all just soft. I dare any of you to listen to someone say what Stephen A said about us and not take that offensive.
The funny thing about it is I laugh at it because it is what it is.
It was funny.
I done seen people say a bunch of crazy stuff about like injuries and stuff like that. So racism is in sports. This is not that type of show. We're not doing that. But I laugh because I'm like, Stephen A, what?
Yeah, it's
like,
it's out of pocket.
Yeah,
bro.
it was just out of pocket, but it was funny to me.
I mean, well, because I get it. I get where you go with that. But like, AR and Luka was just the beginning of the season was killing.
But they was also getting fried.
Nah, they were, but I'm saying like AR is good. We already know Luka's top 5 in the league. And it's true, like Luka's better than there's not many black people. There's not many black people you're gonna take over Luka if you just bullshit and like, oh no, defense. Like, bro, if you want someone that can go and get you 35 and almost average a triple double, like, come on.
I mean, what Stephen A should have said, I'm gonna say it. The team is dirt. It don't matter if they was, it don't matter if they was white, black, anything. That roster is trash.
If he said for the Lakers too, that's crazy.
Yeah, but they're gonna look nasty in that yellow jersey. But that team is dirt. It don't matter if they white, black. You could. Yeah, that team's whack, and Lakers fans love y'all to death.
And
I'm sure one of the biggest franchises like the Knicks. So we cousins from another whatever.
I'm sure Luka's probably thinking that too. Like, yo, we ain't got no niggas on this team.
And then they try to sprinkle in Colin Sexton. They said,
"Here, I'll get you a dog."
Here's somebody. The Quentin Grimes. They're like, he's mixed, so we gonna throw him in the mix. Yeah, that team's dirt. Anyway, Dante DiVincenzo's my 10.
Yeah.
And to wrap up the segment, as you see, like I said, when you get later into my top 10 of yours, I kind of went more with winning than the talent.
Yeah.
Just because I feel like when you get into the later lottery picks, unless it's like a deep draft, you kind of start going with guys that can make an impact, but they also fit what your style is as a GM and coach. And I think Dante, if I was coaching the team and I had a player like Dante, they would gravitate to me a little bit more. Yeah. Well, no, actually, I could coach Miles Bridges too.
Yeah, so if I go with he is more coachable.
Yeah, though. If I go off of this, if I go off of coaching style, DeAndre Ayton is not playing.
Oh no, he's never.
Yeah, he's not playing for me, and probably just DeAndre Ayton.
And like just looking at this draft, I think like obviously we only did 10, but I think I factor in other things like the heart. Like Colin Sexton
He's in that draft, yeah.
is DeAndre Ayton and JJ coming out.
That's crazy.
Like,
you're gonna get fired.
No, I'm just saying for like the heart,
Yeah,
because you're not, so like there's multiple aspects to a player that you have to pick through, and hopefully you make the right decision. But I just feel like because Miles is playing useless basketball and he still can get you. Like I watch games because the announcers is lit, and I like Melo and Miles's game, but I see plays where I'm like, dang, if he was playing winning basketball, this would be better, and that's why I was so high on the PJ, because it was like, oh no, and right away he made a huge difference, so that partly skewed my decision making, because it's like, all right, PJ, Miles is a different type of guy though, but I still think like I would put him at 11. I'm not mad at him being right out the top 10 to put someone like Dante in there.
Okay, definitely like that. So that was our top 10 from the redraft. Maybe we'll do another class eventually. I do want to touch it. I want to go back and do the 09 class one day. 09 class was fire. Yeah. One of the best all time.
When you said that, I was thinking,
yeah, they're one of the better classes all time. So maybe one of these next episodes we'll do that, or we'll just do a redraft episode. That'll be fire. But yeah, so that was pros versus Joes. Shout out to Elevator Sports. Shout out to Ryan Rooms, John
let's
Merchant.
Go Ryan, John. My guys.
All right, so now we want to get into the full NBA. There was a lot that went on this week. The first topic, I know last week I talked about Jaylen Brown and how we were gonna touch on his departure from the Celtics. So the Celtics, they decided to finally move on from Jaylen Brown. They went and traded him to the Sixers for Paul George and some picks. What was it, 2 firsts and 2 seconds?
Some bullshit.
I don't even remember. We didn't come prepared for this because of the Celtics. But Jaylen Brown going to Philly. What do you think about that?
Shout out Jaylen Brown, bro. Go where you celebrated.
He's going to a black city. I like that for him.
Yeah. I don't like the trade because they painted him to be Satan himself. Like, and to get off of his contract for probably the worst contract in the league is like, yo, y'all really don't respect him or value him how y'all should.
Facts.
And I'm not trying to hear none of the, we don't know what's going on in the facility. Fuck all that. Jaylen Brown is not a problem in the NBA. The NBA is the problem.
Yeah, especially when it comes to him. I think I'm gonna talk about the trade before I get into like the personal stuff with him from what we know, from what we see. But trade wise, I think Philly got better, obviously.
For sure.
I don't think they're a threat to contenders in the East. So obviously I don't think I think the Knicks are fine when it comes to that. We got the wing depth. We got ball defenders. So I'm not really worried about that. We've got to beef up our bench a little bit, but I'm not really too concerned. But it does put Philly in the mix because Jaylen Brown is going to play. And that's what they need. They need people that's going to play. So when you get a VJ Edgecombe who's going to play, their draft pick is, I forget his name, but he could play. Yeah, he could play. Tyrese Maxey, typically he's somebody that's available. I think he got the Philly bug a little bit.
I think it's because everybody hurt and he was doing too much.
Yeah, so I think with that 3 right there, I like it. Obviously they get some people to sign there with them. Really, really good team. Top 4, probably in the East. Realistically, if they stay healthy, I'm not going to stamp it because I'm not even thinking about Embiid playing, but he kind of just, when Embiid plays, he messes up what they got going on a little bit. Now, when it comes to the Celtics side of the trade, The good thing about it is it gives them what they want as far as Jason Tatum being their guy. All right, Jason Tatum. Now you're who we want to hear. You're the one. You don't have to worry about sharing. Paul George, Ben said it on his podcast. He's more than happy with being a 2 or a 3. Like as far as option.
Yeah.
He's been on that type of time.
But I think he gets a bad rep because
Paul
George. Yeah, because his contract is crazy and he's not always healthy. But last year he was healthy.
Yeah,
and he just had the little suspension. But he was hooping.
Yeah, they had gave him a new theme song. They stopped playing Outstanding for him. They gave him the Return of the Mac.
It's just not for Jaylen Brown.
Yeah,
like not for Jaylen Brown.
They could have definitely got something more, but Brad Stevens, I think it was to the point where he was just ready to just get rid of him, and the contract was so hefty. They got, because Paul George got a bad contract also, but it wasn't as hefty as Jaylen Brown.
Nah, I say it's a bad contract because it's a lot of money,
and he doesn't play.
Yeah. And he's older, so it's like I think we're expecting Paul George to outplay that contract.
No, I think what they're looking at is they're going to get off of that contract earlier than they're going to get.
I'm talking about us as fans. Us as fans be like, oh, well, you got all that money show. And it's like, I mean, it's Paul George. Like, he is, when he's on the court,
I'm not really worried about the fans. I'm talking about, like, Brad Stevens' perspective of the trade.
With that, it's like, yo, you don't try to get anything. After, like, the whole Giannis debacle falls through, and you didn't want to add,
but this goes back to what I said a couple episodes ago. I really think Brad Stevens wanted this past year to be a 10 and get into the lottery. And he wasn't able to get that. So you get off of Jaylen Brown's contract because there's already friction there. And you showed that you would trade him, so he's already going to be mad. So get rid of him. Get a contract that's also a bad contract. Well, Jaylen Brown's contract's not a bad contract, first of all. But get a contract that's going to end sooner than his, that's less money, and get all that money back on your books.
And you know what you do because you missed out on the lottery? You go get LeBron 5-line. Like, how don't you try to take after they just gave OKC?
But you're not understanding what I'm saying. Brad Stevens does not care about that at the moment. He cares about he got his face to the franchise already, who's still young, under 30. My main thing, get rid of this cancer to me, because he's not a cancer, but get rid of this cancer to me, who I gave what was it, $315, whatever. How much was his contract? It was something like that.
Yeah.
But you get rid of that. You bring in a guy who's not problematic and is going to get off your books earlier, and he might retire, so he might get off even sooner than that. But now all that opens up, and you're the Celtics at the end of the day, so you're thinking we gonna get somebody. We gonna have all that bread. There's going to be, I think, either next summer or the summer after that is the big free agent summer. He's probably thinking, like, if we have a bad year this year, we just go in the lottery. Brad Stevens not really, he wasn't, his main thing was getting him out of there.
Yeah, I know. But I still think it's stupid to not poach. Like,
they got picks.
Philly was like, please.
Yeah. Please.
That nigga will be here in 7 minutes.
It's crazy. He's actually already there. Like, open your door. But yeah, so that's the basketball side of things. Now, when it goes to Jaylen Brown and kind of how they handled the situation, I don't like it. I think the media was in cahoots. They wanted to paint him as some type of bad guy, and to hear certain things where they're saying the Celtics front office viewed him as a 7th best player based on analytics, and they thought Derek White had a better year than him, and he thinks he's super intelligent. How you mad at somebody for thinking they're smart, or for actually being smart?
I was about to say, not even thinking.
Yeah,
everyone knows he's smart.
Yeah,
he's not going
he
around.
He's
here.
the smartest dude in the room.
He's
like, what is the issue?
He's
with
not
that?
Coming around here saying, "Oh, I'm smart."
Yeah,
oh,
y'all are threatened by him.
Y'all feel like he's the smartest.
Yeah.
Y'all feel like he thinks that.
Exactly.
he might know that. And like, what determines this type of intelligence that is so disease filled that you can't have that around?
No. And I didn't like the approach they went with everything with Stephen A. and all that. It's corny on the media's part, because y'all kind of, and y'all, there have been years y'all been trying to brew up this JB versus JT, 1A, 1B. Mm-hmm. Y'all been trying to do this, and it finally worked. So I don't know what the outcome they wanted from it, but it was corny. JB, hopefully, I'm gonna call him Jaylen Brown because the real JB is in New York. First of all, I'm gonna say that again. I'm gonna call him Jaylen Brown because the real JB's in New York, and Jimmy Butler, you're not even in the conversation. But either way, I don't like how they did them. We'll move forward past them unless you got more to say on that.
I ain't got nothing to say about them niggas. I don't fuck with the teams, Philly or way, I don't like Boston. Team, so,
and just like I said about Mitch, either way is belt. Celtics, Philly, Toronto, y'all got Kawhi, belt.
You thought shit was sweet when you signed that contract. Like, oh yeah, JB and JT. Wrong.
Belt.
Paul George.
Belt. We already, you seen what we did to Paul George this year. Outstanding.
He needs some milk.
In other news in the NBA, which is probably an even bigger topic.
LeBron.
He lets the Lakers know that he will not be opting in, and he's going to test free agency. I don't care, first of all, but I do kind of care because he has some interest in coming to New York. Now, with him being in year 23, 24, what year is he going into?
20
too many.
3, I think.
Yeah, but he's still actually one of the top players in the league when you go by numbers and his impact and his IQ. Defensively, obviously, he's not what he was. He's not what he was, and that could hurt a team. But he can go to a lot of teams as borderline contenders and help them get over that hump. Now, I know he had a list of teams. Rich Paul spoke about it. You know the list of teams that he spoke about?
I know it was the Warriors, Wizards, Miami, Cleveland, New York, Dallas. I think I'm forgetting one. I think Minnesota was like a late.
Yeah, they have mentioned that.
Thought. But yeah, all those teams. I know everybody in the league was hitting them up, but now we got a little short list. And this is what I don't like, because all these fans, and I'm gonna just say, put me in there too. Now I have to deal with the stress of you not picking my team after naming that you would go play, or you like that's a team that you could be interested in. It's like, bro, just get it over with. Rip the Band-Aid off. Let us know.
Yeah, and that's what I don't like sometimes with LeBron and Clutch. He makes a moment out of everything, and I think I'm gonna use the Knicks as an example. So every time that LeBron makes a decision to go somewhere new, after the fact, it comes out they put out like, oh, the Knicks were the option. Something didn't happen though. He's done it 2 times already, and then Rich Paul now comes on and says, oh, if they didn't win the chip, it'll be a no-brainer. They'll be number 1. We'll be going there. Like, we would have been there already. Why even say that? And then also to say, we're still considering it, but we don't want to mess up what they got going on. Brunson would have to reach out directly to let us, like, give us his blessing to, join what they got going on, which I respect. If that's true, I respect that. But I feel like I done watched LeBron more than half my life. So I know the type of nigga that he is.
I think it's smoke and mirrors. I don't think it's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Because he had the opportunity, the chance to come to New York and didn't. But now it's like, oh yeah, it's a no-brainer. There was never a time where we thought he was legit coming to New York.
There was one time when he did a decision. Niggas really thought that he was coming to New
I
York.
don't. Well, nah, yeah, that.
Think about it. It's like people
Nah,
really
that
was
was
until he went to
yeah,
no one really thought he was going to Miami. No one
yeah,
could fathom like, yo, he's about to go play with D Wade and Bosh because Bosh already had signed there. So
yeah,
no one thought that. We thought like him and Amari, that could happen. That's the thing.
yeah. All I know is when this nigga don't sign to the Mavs, I'm gonna be sick. Like I'm gonna be sick because it's like they were trying to get Kyrie off the Mavs to go play with him in LA. He said, "Oh yeah, I would love to play with Kai again or some shit." And then the opportunity comes where it's like, "Yo, you could really pull up," and he's like, "Y'all niggas was never gonna
See, I wouldn't even
get me in a jersey."
if I was you, bro, I wouldn't even be mad because when LeBron comes to your team, he sucks the life out of your team. Not because he's like a bad person or anything, but because of like how much he demands. Obviously, he said money wise, he said he's willing to come somewhere for the minimum. But when he comes to your team, you have to structure a roster around him. You have to deal with whatever off court stuff he got, whether it's like Rich Paul being on podcast talking about players that's on the team, like shitting on them, like little things like that.
Yeah.
And there's a lot more that goes into it too. That I'm just thinking off the top of my head. Bronny might try to pull up now. Like he gonna try to get Bryce on your team. Like it's too much that goes into having Bron, and then GMs and shit like that. They be feeling like they gotta respect him because his legacy and who he is, and he sucks the life out of your team. So if he come to your team and y'all win a chip, it kind of was he just sucked the life out of your team for no reason. Now you back to square one. Cooper's stunning his growth low key.
Yeah.
Like so, don't even be tight if that's the case.
Nah, I'm just saying like I'm gonna be tight because it's like it was never a real yeah. And it's like just go with Toronto was one of them, I think, or I'm tweaking.
That's nasty.
But,
I hope not.
Because I seen it could have been bullshit, but I seen something with him and Kawhi playing or whatever. But I would rather you just not even bring up Dallas because I know it's not realistic. Now it's like, oh, he really might come fuck because he fuck with Kai, and then it's like, nigga, no, I was always going back to Cleveland. Like and that's the thing. Like we know it's like
we know you're going to Cleveland, bro. Like you're about to do this documentary because this is probably gonna be your last year. You're going to Cleveland. When you announce you're going to do a whole love letter to the city. This is my farewell tour. You're going. Yeah. And the only other realistic option, he might really want to do a farewell tour with Steph.
But that's what I think he should only two
do. Realistic options.
I think he should do that. He's always wanted to play with Steph. That's the only nigga left that you didn't get to play with yet. Besides, international, but just do it. Like, I'm not mad at Bron.
And Draymond knows something because Draymond didn't opt in so that he could like redo his contract.
So that's what I think is really between Cleveland and the Warriors because James Harden still didn't.
Yeah, he didn't. Yeah.
And Draymond. So it's like, just let him know like it's just between these two.
Yeah.
And I actually want him to play with Steph. I think he said he want to play fun basketball. What better
brand,
like that shit'll be so lit. And like I'm past the LeBron hate of I don't want to see him get another chip.
Like, I don't care.
I really don't care. And I would like to see him and Steph play together. And I want LeBron to love basketball again.
Yeah.
Like
this is what I want.
Shit looks nasty.
I want Bron. I want them to go to Warriors, right?
Yeah.
They have a great year. Have a pretty good year. They get a top 4 seed. They make it to the finals. And they play New York. We beat their ass and send him on his way with another L on his record. Whoop the dog shit out of them. Beat the brakes out of them. And they go home healthy. They played the whole series, no injuries, old folks. And Brunson get that second finals MVP on Brian Head. I said, this is why I didn't call you old ass. Because I knew you were going to whoop the shit out of you. But yeah. With that being said.
Yeah, Brown to the Warriors. I'm calling it. Who you got?
Oh, man. I really think it's 50-50, man. Because he has an abusive relationship with Cleveland. Like they gotta keep going back to each other. But also, he had a lot of fun with Steph in that Olympics, and
Yeah.
I really think the Warriors might try to get freaky and go get KD. Like if they can't get AD, they might say, "Yo, you want to work reunion?" Like, and KD's the type of nigga to do it.
Yeah. I don't think I said Philly. Philly was definitely
Yeah,
one
you
of them
said
too.
Philly.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
you said Philly.
Nah. If KD did that shit, I'm mad because
Oh,
you
he
a
can't
bitch.
run it back with his old team.
Oh, his old
No, that's
team.
what I'm saying. The Warriors.
Oh yeah, nah,
That's
he
what
a
I'm saying. If they
bitch.
can't get AD,
Nah, nigga,
I feel like.
you ain't Braun, bro. Fuck out of here. You ain't Braun, nigga.
But he was a part of that Olympic mix where they really
You.
got busy. So I feel like they're really trying to run that team back with just Draymond and
But you know what? What happened? This is what's gonna happen. Curry gonna look that nigga off again. Nah, I don't want KD to like, bro. Stop, like, get off Braun dick, bro. Don't ruin the fun. You gonna ruin the
he gonna
fun,
pull
bro.
up. They go, oh my god, this
Yeah,
ashy
like
nigga, god
you gonna
damn.
ruin the fun because now Draymond is definitely gonna have
Oh
to
yeah,
fight you because you know there's nobody he's sticking up for more than Braun.
yeah. Except, yeah, he might stick
Yeah,
up for
nah,
Bron more than Steph.
yeah, bro. He said,
Yeah, that's
"Fuck
nasty.
those 4 chips you got me, nigga. This is
Yeah,
Braun."
this is wrong. Yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, I want him to go. I want him to go to the Warriors,
Yeah,
but I can see the percentage being higher with him going to Cleveland. Just because if his big thing is I want to win, he'll have a better chance in the East
yeah.
because
Nah,
he would probably have a better chance in the East. Now he still wouldn't come out the East because I still think there's 3 teams that could beat Cleveland in a 7-game series, even with Braun. I think the Knicks can beat them. I think Philly has a wing depth to beat them, and I got to see what Miami does. I got to see what Miami does, and Boston. I don't really. Yeah, there's a couple. The Cleveland ain't that good, so all them teams could probably beat them.
yeah. And funny enough, that's the team I would hate for him to go back to. I would not like him in Cleveland to end his career. It's just ugly, bro. I hate Cleveland.
It's sad because they need him because he would have never let that game one happen. Like I don't think they would beat the Knicks, but that game one wouldn't have went like that. But they also might not have been up 22 to begin with because they was splashing threes and shit. Bronson, he might fuck that up. So it's probably a different game, and who knows? The Knicks probably still sweep them. But if it played the same way where they go up 22, I don't think Bron gives that lead.
Let Bron see two deep threes going. That nigga's gonna pull from half court.
Yeah, he's gonna fuck the vibes up, bro.
I ain't never.
He gonna do
it's gonna sound like
fuck you, and
it's gonna sound like I'm a crazy Bron fan, but I ain't never see that nigga take a deep three that miss, bro. That nigga.
Bro, I can pull up an edit. Don't.
Right, you see,
We ending the show today with LeBron logo air balls.
Nah, bro. After he feels a couple,
and we put it into his highlight music. LeBron.
Oh man, but yeah, Brown, just go to the Warriors and have fun again, please, because the Lakers did you dirty, bro.
I actually do sound like a Bron hater right now. But the thing is, I am.
Yeah,
I do not jack Bron, and I used to tell my players this when I coached. This is gonna sound the most hater thing anybody has ever said. I enjoy watching him fail. Basketball wise, I love everything he's doing as a black man in life. Yeah. Everything basketball wise, I enjoy it. But I'm also not a Jordan fan, so I'm not one or the other. I just like watching him not succeed.
I ain't gonna lie, it does feel good to watch him lose, but.
And this is strictly for me being a Knicks fan. Because I just don't want to see nobody else succeed.
I was about to say, that's because I be losing, so I need everybody to lose. I need everybody to lose.
50, well, not 53 years, because I'm not that old. Well, I have my whole life of watching us lose. Yeah. If I win this year, I'm talking my shit for the next 53, whether we win or not. I seen the chip.
And it's our rivalry. You know, our little Miami rivalry.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that's what happens when you try to clown Dirk.
Yeah.
So I always
just want him to... think about it, it's definitely fuck Bron. Because they was doing the bottle flip. Remember he was doing the bottle flip in the garden?
bro.
Yeah, you're done.
But that was Kai though.
No, it was Bron flipping and diving on the floor. They was up about 30, and he was violating us. Yeah, you're done. You're not coming. It's over with. I thought about it. I'm talking to JB now. JB, answer my DM, bro. Don't hit Bron up. He'd be bottle flipping. I'm not with it. Hey, who is this?
Nah, but yeah, for sure. Just don't go to Cleveland or Philly.
Yeah.
Boston. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, just go to Warriors. Because I kind of want to play out in the finals. And, Indiana will beat them too. Indiana would definitely beat Cleveland. You don't think so?
Nah, they got better.
Because they got Oubre also.
Yeah, they got better. I don't know. Back. We got to see what he look like.
But they still got the rest of that roster.
Yeah,
that's not a bad
injury
roster.
He's not a super athletic. It's not really gonna change his game. Yeah. Just his quickness a little bit.
Yeah, they might be. They might be anywhere from 5 to 7.
I hate Indy too.
Yeah,
they was whooping us. So yeah, fuck Indy too. Just go somewhere that I'm gonna be fine with you going. That's it.
But yeah, man. So that's Bron. But other than that, man, this is another episode of 73 and 11. I didn't forget. I'm putting them Bron highlights at the end of this video. Air balls only. Yeah. So if Bron doesn't come to New York, Knicks fans, it's because of me. He probably seen my highlights.
Look, bro, don't have the black trucks pull up on us.
That's the episode. We'll see y'all next week.
Hold on. Yeah, okay, go ahead. Nah, go ahead, because I was gonna say. Nah, go ahead. Nah, for
like, share, subscribe. We everywhere. YouTube, Instagram. I keep saying it. We're gonna get on TikTok this week. We promise y'all. But other than that, it's another episode. We'll holler at you.
Like the fucking video.
Damn.
Comment on the video. Subscribe to the show.
You can't press niggas to think.
Nah, I'm doing that. This is something new, and we love to do it, and we get so much love on the gram. But I be thirsty going on YouTube checking, and it's like, damn, nobody want to subscribe. If we need to get more ignorant, let me know, because I will. I'm here for the fans and the love of it.
And with that being said, we'll be back next week.